Next show we're gonna be talking about is something lighthearted. Food Wars, the third plate.
Ah, yes. Food Wars. It just, we're basically just going directly from where we ended on the other one, and we're continuing right along through, and we're amping things up as we go. Which I mean, that's typical anime 101 right there. You especially if you have multiple seasons, you want to every time you go into a new season, you want to amp it up and get to the next thing. So, at this point in the series, we've already had the prelims for being the top elite, because they have their elite members of the school, and um, the newest entries in this, including the main character, Soma. He now has the ability to potentially get into the elite, which is great. Um,
Yes.
but now this season is we've now actually met the elite, because at this point from the first and second season you've only met two of them.
Oh, okay.
Um, I think the rank 10 and the rank 6, I want to say somewhere around there. Now we've actually seen all of
And
them,
there's 10?
and there's 10,
Okay.
the elite 10, and yeah. So and at this point in this one, they have what they call the Moon Festival, and basically anyone can enter. They create a booth. Either you can do a solo entry on your own, or any of the clubs that you're in will do an entry as well. And it's kind of a competition in that regards, because you actually get money from this, and you're wanting to make sure that well, if you don't make a profit, you get expelled. So you have to make a profit.
Mhm.
And right now, before the actual thing took place, Soma ended up calling out one of the Elite 10 and said, if I can make more money in this festival, I want you to agree to a shokugeki to become one of the elite. So he's basically saying, if I do more profits during the festival than you, we're gonna do a shokugeki, and then that'll be my ticket into getting into the elite. So that's where we're at right now. A lot of like this dude, he basically went head, and this is Soma's thing. He went head to head with this dude on what his specialty is. See, Soma he never does any like one specialty. He's always all over the place. But I mean, you figure his original comings were from a diner.
Mhm.
So, and a diner has a wide range of different foods that they serve. So this dude's main dish that he served was a Chinese dish, and that's what he pretty much said. All right, I'm gonna beat you at your own game.
Huh.
And yeah, I think it's a week long event, and now they're on day 4, I think. And this was the first time Soma actually beat him out on a day's profit.
Okay.
I'm not sure he's gonna be. I don't know how he's gonna be able to turn it around and actually come back from the previous days where he wasn't. Or the first day he actually didn't make a profit, so he was in a very tight spot in that regards. And then he'd only barely been making a profit, whereas the other dude was actually making way more money, stacks and stacks of bills. So we'll have to see how well he can actually come back from that.
Okay.
But again, it's interesting to see they don't ever stay with one food type, or one dish or something like that. It's always, we're trying new things, we're going here, we're trying this, we're doing this. And it's to see, again, this is very much an underdog story. Soma was the odd man out. He worked at a diner. We've learned that he never had he's not a culinary genius. It's the fact that he doesn't give up. Even when he's faced with the greatest of adversaries, he will not give up, and he will find a way, however he needs to be able to come out on top.
Okay.
So very much an underdog story, but it's awesome to get into. And then the funny thing is the seat 10, the girl in the left hand side there, the blonde in the picture there, she's seat 10, and absolutely hates Soma with a passion. And the funny thing is, though, is that her one person that she looks up to, admires, and actually might have feelings for, potentially, is actually Soma's dad. And she doesn't.
That's funny.
I mean, you get reminded of this every now and then, that she has like a special place in her heart for him, because like even when she was she's doing the Moon Festival as well. She actually has on the upper tier a restaurant essentially, with like tables and everything, and her assistant was remarking how, oh, we're completely booked up, even with, we're only taking reservations, and even still we're completely booked up. She's like, why did you leave this one table over here empty? It's a prime location here. And she's like, just in case somebody should happen to drop by. And everyone knows that's who she's thinking of. It's just the fact that she doesn't know the fact that she's actually that Soma's dad is actually who he is. So it's interesting, and the dynamics between them. I mean, it's over the top. It's still over the top. I mean, from the first time you saw it in the first season. But the characters, you expect that. You expect things to be over the top with, like, they're saying, oh, they added in this spice and it made the cooking that much better. Or they did this specialty and did this, and it's interesting to see. And it just, for people who enjoy food and enjoy, the underdog story, I mean, this is right up your alley. It's an amazing series to watch. And it's always interesting to see what new things come up with. So
okay, cool. Yeah, everybody knows my stance on this show. What, 60% of it's awesome, and then I just can't get past the other 40% that I've seen. It may be a lower percentage, but from what I've seen, it's 40%. So, yeah, I know a lot of people like this show. Even King and Daisy Cakes. So I'm glad y'all it's still going on.
Yes, maybe at some point down the line.
Yeah.
I'm like, he just didn't want to deal with this bullshit anymore. He was done. He was already done from the beginning before he even got to y'all. And then it started happening.
And then she's like, can we eat this? And I'm like, no, don't eat that. I'm like, it's yellow. Fishes aren't supposed to be yellow.